Welcome back to Iowa, everybody, and our town hall tonight with Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley. We're going to talk now a little bit about family values and issues including abortion. And we have our first question
from Sue in Des Moines. Sue, you have made up your mind or haven't made up your mind?
I'm getting there.
You're getting there. So maybe you're leaning towards the governor here?
Yes.
Okay. Let's. What's your question for Governor?
Hi, Sue.
Hi, Governor. As a college-educated mom of 7, I am concerned about my young adult and teenage children coming of age in a society that no longer values life and the institution of the family or trusts in higher education. Describe your vision for America's family, one mom to another.
Oh, love that question, and you're super mom at that. You know, I'll tell you, for me, I've always said that, and you'll relate to this, if I'm a good mom and a good wife, I'll be a good governor. If I'm a good mom and a good wife, I'll be a good ambassador. If I'm a good mom and a good wife, I'll be a good president. When my kids were little, even when I was governor, I would still be home 5 days a week to have dinner with them because I thought the family dinner mattered. Sundays were our days. We always were together on Sunday, and Friday nights were Haley Family Fun Nights. And I think right now what we need to do is, one, it's okay to have God in your life and say that. I mean, I think I walk by faith, not by sight. And I think we should never be afraid to say that. You know, I always go back to the day before, the Saturday before the Mother Emanuel shooting that was so devastating. I called for a state day of prayer, and I was vilified for it. And I thought it was so important because at that time there was a lot of toxicity from the Obama administration and division. We were feeling what was happening. And I thought that it was important. Now I think it was divine. The fact that we had that day of prayer before one of the worst shootings that our country had ever seen, I think God saved us. You know, there was a reason on the heels of Ferguson that we didn't have riots, we had vigils. There's a reason that we didn't have protests, we had prayer. Because we had that in our hearts and on our minds. And I think that we have to always do that, especially now going forward. You look at our kids, they have more anxiety, stress, and depression than we've seen ever. We need to be there for them. And we need to make sure that they know that there are places that they can go that will show them that your faith can get you through this, or guidance can get you through this. And so that's what we want to do, is make sure that it's always about faith, family, and country. That's what it used to be. Our parents would raise us to be strong individuals. We would go to school and we would learn what we needed to be successful. We would go to church and we'd find our faith and our conscience. That's where we have to take our country back again.
But you have not support. You said you wouldn't support, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, a 6-week federal ban if it were to go into place. Ron DeSantis has said that, you know, you are too moderate on this issue.
That's not what I said. What I said is, be honest with the American people. The only way a federal ban will pass is if you have a majority of the House, 60 Senate votes, and a signature of a president. We haven't had 60 senators in over 100 years. We may have 45 pro-life senators. So instead of demonizing this issue, the fellas just don't know how to talk about it. Instead of demonizing this issue, you have to humanize this issue and understand that everybody has a story. Our overall goal should be, how do we save as many babies as possible and support as many moms as possible? That way you take away all the divisions. Democrats have used fear in women when it comes to this issue. Republicans have used judgment. This is too personal of an issue to use fear or judgment. We need to talk about it in a way that's saving babies and supporting moms. And whatever 60 senators bring to me, at whatever level, we will support. Because the only way we're going to do it is if we find consensus on the federal level. And I think we will find consensus on banning late-term abortions. I think we'll find consensus on expanding adoption and good quality adoptions. I think we'll find consensus that doctors and nurses who don't believe in abortion shouldn't have to perform them. I think we'll find consensus on the fact that contraception should be accessible. And I think we'll find consensus that no state law should say to a woman that gets an abortion that she's going to jail or getting the death penalty. That's where we will find consensus.
All right.